Hey friends, did you miss me? I damn sure have sunglasses over my regular glasses. I woke up with a lot of like contact induced eye boogies. If you wear contacts, you know that the eye boogies are very different. And I spent the morning like really trying to get them, and my eyes are so sore I couldn't even put in my contacts. But it is sunnier than a bitch out here. You know, the earth is rotating and we getting more direct sun, so they say. But anywho, I miss y'all. I miss y'all. I miss y'all. I'm back to my regularly scheduled program. My life partner is back, and therefore I'm no longer a single mama. That's what I was dealing with last week, being the primary caretaker. But my husband's back, my man, he back. Help take care of these children. And let me tell you something. I was a single mom for a week, and I definitely have made the decision that if me and my man don't work out, let's say we separate and he move out of the house, your God forbid, on Friday, by Saturday at 3 p.m., I'm having a new life partner who will be introduced to my children, and we in love and we together. Okay. There's no specifications on this person. It could be a man, woman, trans, non-binary. I need a human person with a pulse who is willing to cohabitate with me, because being a single parent is not, I don't know how you people, mostly women, I do know some male single parents, but mostly women, how y'all out here being single moms with no partner and not jumping off of, like not crashing out. And some of y'all got multiple children in different schools, going to different places and different hobbies. Like, whoo, hats off. Hat is off. I thought I was strong. I am not. Y'all strong. I am weak. I have realized that I am cosplaying as a functioning adult, and I'm but a mere wee lad. I'm a baby. I'm an adolescent. I'm a juvenile. I have been putting on a costume as a functioning, responsible adult, and it's a lie, y'all. Saying I can't wait till I grow up is the dumbest shit I have ever said in my entire life. And I used to say that shit all the time. I can't wait till I grow up. That's dumb. It's stupid and dumb. Okay, being an adult is ghetto. Hell to the no. But anyway, I'm back. Some of my people, you have gotten your shirts. Thank you for reaching out. Yes, Eli Air Statics page, Wisdom Workout. He has no content, but just please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. We are working on it. He had attempted to film something while he was away, and he said it was just all bad. So I realized he's going to need a camera person, or a better, you can't do it on his cell phone, right? So that's probably more equipment I'm gonna have to purchase, or me and him have to get together and I have to help him film it until we could have something more structure in place. But just please, in the meantime, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, because when it is posted, you'll get like a little alert or email saying that it's ready. And I think it's really informative, and it's really going to help a lot of people, especially if you're almost 40 or 40 plus, and you just, like all these content creators with the workouts, they've already built. They're already built. If you don't know a history on my husband, he was very much into weightlifting and bodybuilding, and he kind of fluctuates up and down, up and down. So right now we're at a starting point, and you guys will be starting together, right? Um, Also, I'm going to be putting up a segment, because I'm going to be assisting someone with a food plan and lifestyle change to lose weight, and this is going to be somebody who has a very sedentary lifestyle, and I think that's going to help people as well. um, so the portion sizes are going to be bariatric size because I'm a bariatric patient, but it's going to be relevant for everybody because it's something that you could eat a lot of. Before I had my bariatric surgery, I was all about feeling full. You know, I'm a girl who likes to be stuffed. And so I bulked up food. That's how I had that satiated myself, was eating large amounts of food that was high in fiber and low caloric density. And I also learned the hard way that when you introduce fiber too quickly, you end up having digestive problems. So I had like an anal fissure that's from trying to get all of that hard roughage on. So I did all of the hard work and went through all of the rigmarole, and it's going to be real, right? I'm not sugarcoating it. And I found like a lot of people on the YouTube spaces that I followed gave a lot of the positive and really didn't talk about the side effects and the potential problems or even mitigation tactics to try to help alleviate that. It was just all the good about it. And not saying that when you go through the 2 week period, especially when you're detoxing off of sugar or you're detoxing off of non-complex carbs, how the first 2 weeks is the worst. It's the worst, and I'm gonna warn you that there is a mecca, a heaven, an oasis once you come out of that 2 to 3 week hell. Okay, and once you're there, it's nice. It's really nice. So I'm gonna talk about the good, the bad, the ugly, and we're gonna do it together. I'm gonna, follow the same plan. Although I have not gained any weight, I'm still I've been at the same weight for like 6 months, which to me is good. I'm at 220. I fluctuate between 220 and 225, but my ultimate goal is 180. My ultimate goal is 180, and I said I'm not going to get any surgeries until I hit 180. And I'm definitely getting some surgeries. If I don't get nothing else done, I'm going to get my arms done, and I'm definitely getting this done. But I said that I'm not going to touch anything or even waste the money if I can't get down to 180. So I'm definitely not going to Gold's plastic surgery because after what they did to Miss Netta and Charles, no. I was thinking about them because the woman I follow, LaShonda, she had that situation with her wife who's named LaShonda or something too. Anyway, she went there to get a BBL. She's a bariatric patient. She's now at 180. She went and got a BBL. I think it looked cute on her. But they damn sure did ab etching in Charles and left the love handles and the titties. So he looked like a fat man with abs, and Miss Netta got a double BBL. It don't look too bad, but like the the bumps on her face are definitely on her ass as well. And I just was like, you know what? I'm gonna go to Lexington Plastic Surgery. Shout out to them. You were very pricey, but you also are a keloid specialist, and I'm very keloid prone. So I'm just gonna spend the coins. I'm gonna spend the money on my quality surgery, and if I have any problems, they're right there in Manhattan, and I'll go back to Manhattan and let them take care of me. There's certain things I will be frugal on. One of the things I realized that I will be frugal on is clothing, but I'm not frugal when it comes to people who provide a service, because if you ask for discounted price, you're going to get discounted work. I learned that from my employment. Um, we do all the contracts and stuff, and get the contractors, and when we pick the lowest bidder, they definitely cut corners quick. Quick story, we had some underground piping and the installation of a oil tank, because we're near protected lands and we can't run gas, so we had to use oil. So bigger building, you need a new gas underground oil tank. And the architect found out that they were waterproofing with Ziploc bags. Yep, that was the lowest bidder. So when it comes to service, like literally Ziploc bags, you think I'm joking? No, like Ziploc brand, at least it was name brand, Ziploc bag, Ziplocs. That's what part of the waterproofing was on the valves and stuff. So yeah, yeah. Let's just say we got that fixed. We are dealing with people's churn. Okay, we got that fixed, and we went. We didn't make it to court, but we definitely went to mediation. Okay, so I've learned a lesson from that I don't. I get. I don't. I have a general idea of what something should cost, and like as far as parts, I'm not sure about labor, but I also don't skimp on contractors and stuff I'm hired. You have to be licensed and bonded. If you slip and trip, I need your insurance to kick in and not mine, right? So, you're going to pay for that security. You're going to pay for that work to be done. Same thing with a plastic surgeon. I'm really not going to cut corners on that, especially because once you have the plastic surgery, that doesn't mean that you're done. There's healing and follow-up and massages potentially on what you need to get done, and you want something around. Like if I was young, I probably would go overseas, but I'm damn near 40. I have no idea how my body is going to heal at 40, especially when I had bariatric surgery and I went through a full metabolic change within a few weeks. Like my poor body might go into shock if it ain't done correctly. But anywho, what the hell was I talking about? This train is off the track again. Oh, talking about Eli and his channel. Just stay tuned. So we're all going to do it together. I'm going to be posting the food and the health and wellness and all of that stuff on Eli Aired Static, one word. So youtube.com, Eli Aired Static. There's going to be, wisdom workouts will be his. Then I will do the food thing, and I'll talk about what I'm doing and how I'm helping out another older person who has a sedentary life. And those will be all separated into episodes, so you don't have to watch everything. If you're a man and you want to build up, you just go to wisdom workouts. If you're like me and you want to do that, if you think it, and it's going to be clean, it's nothing like this channel. This is where the messy resides. I'm Eris over here. Shout out to Nosy, where the messy resides. That's where I got that from. Nosy hole. So I'm the queen, the goddess of discord. This is where, I curse and cuss and everything. Over there, wisdom workouts is definitely gonna be PG. Not even PG, probably very G. And also don't forget to send me a mailing address that you're comfortable with, P.O. Box, whatever. So you can get your free shirts. I work on them every weekend. Shout out to the people who've already accepted my unsolicited mailings. Thank you very much. I do, for my little business, have a marketing budget, and I really was gonna spend it on YouTube to promote my channel and have them really push the algorithm for my channels. But I said, for what? I might as well get merch and send it to you guys, because who don't love a free t-shirt? So that's why I'm willing to pay for the postage. The postage is free, but I only got a certain amount in my marketing budget because I have not actually made any coins on my business. So this is everything that I do is at a loss, and I'm giving myself a few years of losses before I really have to start ramping it up and really doing something with this. So definitely get your free handmade Etsy. The shit's gonna be crooked because I ain't got nothing to line it up. But that's me. I'm crooked. I'm everything. Support the channel. Tell your friends. Like and subscribe. Okay. But I want to talk real quickly about Bruno Mars and this story that came out that said that he is in $50 million debt with MGM. And I think MGM is the casino hotel company that he does his residency with. And he's been doing a residency with them since 2016 and has recently got extended because of the alleged gambling debt. I think both Bruno and MGM Graham has denied it. But Shannon Sharp, he's very popular nowadays. He has a little show with Chad Ochocinco, and Chad Ochocinco is like, how he needs friends like me. And I love how Shannon Sharp said that, remember, you told me that you can't tell a man how to spend his money. If he wants to go outside and light it on fire, who are you to tell him what to do? And Chad, I appreciate it, had to concede and said, you know what, I see what you're doing, and you're absolutely right, but he needs a friend like me in his corner. And Shannon seemed to be on the rational side and said, you're seeing this as money, you're not seeing the addiction. And I like the fact that Shannon Sharp was astute enough to know that that this is an addiction, if this is true, and there's high rollers and millions of dollars in debt. It's definitely an addiction. It's equal as to any substance abuse addiction out there. It's so much so that it's addiction. It has its own anonymous program, right? Gamblers Anonymous, Alcohol's Anonymous, Overeating's Anonymous. It is definitely classified as an addiction. It is. And it seems like he has an addiction. And I'm going to, I have a case act, and it's definitely an addiction. And I believe that it's one of the strongest addictions you can have, because alcohol, you crave it because you get sick, right? So you have a physical reaction when you don't have the alcohol, which then keeps the addiction going, right? This is why when we had the shutdown, the government shutdown for the pandemic, when we had that alcohol, oh my God, liquor stores and stuff were open, because you cannot shut that down. There are people out there with addictions that if they don't get it, they can die. Literally can die, because their body is so dependent on the alcohol. This is why, at least here in New York, Office of Addiction and Stuff Services definitely said, no, you have to keep them open. There are people out there that can die if they don't have access to this alcohol. Gambling does not have that same physical addiction where you can die. It is literally in your head. Even the pains and the angst and the sweaty palms and the scratching of the fingers, all of that is mentally induced. There is no physical response from not having the itch or the gambling taken care of that is actually coming from your metabolic system. It's 100% coming from your head. And to me, I think the brain controlling the body and making the body have a physical response, the addiction is stronger, because you have to fix the brain. And that's really hard, because we have no idea the level and everything that comes with the brain. We don't. We're not there yet. We pretty much know the reading, writing, arithmetic of the body, but the brain is like the lower of the seabed. We have no idea. And so that's why I said I think the gambling addiction is stronger than the substance abuse addiction, because there's a physical response that could be fixed. Right? When you're addicted to heroin, they give you methadone so you can weed yourself off of the heroin and completely get off the heroin. Although you then have a new addiction with the methadone. But there is nothing you could take for the gambling addiction. There's nothing, because it is a mental addiction. And I'm glad that Shannon Sharp, maybe by age or experience or even access, knows that this is an addiction. And he ends, I didn't watch the whole clip, because, I'm a median clip watcher. Like, I watch clips. I'm not, the only show I have watched the entirety of Shannon Sharp's show was the Cat Williams thing. And that I haven't watched the whole show since. I watched like clips. So the fact that, but he says to Shannon Sharp says to Chad Ochocinco, when you create the demon or you make the demon, you're the only one that can exorcise the demon. And think about parents who try to help their kids who have drug problems, and nobody can help them but themselves. You can be in somebody's corner, but when you do that and they're not ready to overcome that addiction, you slowly become an enabler, because you can't do nothing else. You can't do nothing else. That person has to be willing, ready, and able to get that monkey off their back. And I'm sorry, Chad Ochocinco, he does have friends around him like that. He's not out there alone gambling. Another high roller said that he sat next to him and watched him lose $17 million at the table over the course of them sitting there. You don't think Bruno Mars, he has sisters, he has a mother, he had a long-time girlfriend, and he said he's been gambling since he was 19. He has a very long-time girlfriend. I don't know if they're together, but you think people around him are not saying anything? But they only have their limits, because then you'll get cut off. So you can't stop anybody. That man made the money. And then another thing was, How can the casino allow him or give him that much credit? They're paying him $90 million to do this residency. What's 50 million? And actually it's a form of kind of like legal slavery, because oh, you owe us this money, you're gonna have to keep working and keep doing this residency. And let me tell you something. If they're paying Bruno Mars $90 million, I don't know how accurate these numbers are, but let's say they're paying him $90 million, they're making $1 billion off of him, because people come to see this residency. They're coming there, they're buying the tickets. That goes to the venue, and a little bit goes to Bruno Mars. They're staying in the hotel. That's going to the hotel. They're eating in the hotel. That's more revenue. They're gambling in the hotel. That's more revenue. They're making $1 billion off of his 90. Trust and believe. What do you mean? What do you mean? A couple that made a couple that makes $150,000 a year before the crazy interest rates was able to get a house $700,000. So if Bruno Mars is making 90, of course he can get a loan for 50. But thank you, Shannon Sharp, for being level-headed and understanding and really understanding the dynamics and the paradox of addictions. Because when there's an addiction, people automatically think of substance. They don't think of the non-substance addictions: gambling, sex, shopping, daredeviling. All right, everybody, let me know what you think in the comments. Food. Oh, food addictions, y'all. Till next time. Bye.